Hello everyone, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. And I was planning on doing a normal long video with a whole bunch of flip throughs. I'm raising my desk up, so if it looks like things are getting closer, that is why. I'm trying to get it a little closer to the screen here. You'll see some stuff off to the left, maybe a little bit on the edge of the viewing screen, and that is set up for tomorrow's video. There's marketplace journals, some supplies from Diane, some supplies from Steph. There's some amazing things. I don't have time to upload that today. I wish I did, but like I said in the last video, this has been a crazy week. And I have dentist appointments for all three boys this morning when this video goes up. I'm filming it the day before. And then I have to take my son to his jiu-jitsu class in the afternoon, plus pick up groceries and have three boys to watch and orders to ship. And whew, I might not ship orders today. I might try to do double the orders another day, but we will see how much we get done. So I thought that I would just do a flip through of my bird journal that I finished, and then just a few books that I put in the supply section for all of you. I still want to give you guys inspiration even when I need to take a little bit of a break. So instead of a 30-minute video, doing like a 10 or 15-minute video is a lot easier for me, but I haven't given up. I'm just trying to take a breather. I got a lot going on this week. Anyway, so I'm going to be super quick here with these books, but this is the bird journal we're going to be looking at in just a minute. It's taken me a while to finish because I've been so busy, but Trees and Shrubs of Colorado. I love the line drawings in this, so I thought somebody would love that. These are in the Lindsay Supply section. California Mountain Flowers, very similar to that Trees one, but it's all mountain flowers, and it does have some colored images in here as well, so really pretty. This is vintage, 1963. I have a vintage Childcraft book. This is Holidays and Customs. So this one is 1964, and so it's holidays and customs. There's flying dragons, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, all sorts of fun stuff in there. Great illustrated fairy tales. I knew somebody would love this. It has that, you know, paper feel. Not really book page, but like that, I don't know how to explain it, paper feel. And then all of these different fairy tale images. They would be great with colored pencils if you wanted to, before you put them in the journals. Lots of stories. And then lilies. This one has all different kinds of lilies in it. It would be beautiful for journal cards, journal pages, things like that. So enough about those. Those are just supplies. I want to take some time to go through my new journal. This journal was birthed because when my mom was visiting for July 4th, I was showing her how I make my cereal box cover. And so I made the cover when she was here. And so then I finished, since I decided that since I finished the cover, I would turn it into something. And I did a bird journal because I chose this bird fabric for the spine. So it is 6x9 with a 2-inch spine, and then fabric reinforced inside and outside, double thickness cereal box. That's how I like to make my sturdy journals. I have a vintage bird here on the front from a vintage book and some coffee dyed paper. This flower here I was telling you about the other day. I have some of these for sale in my supply section, but this one is inked and grunged up with a little button hanging from it. 3 signatures. Oh man, I had so much trouble sewing these signatures, and usually I can do it like a breeze, but for some reason this was not cooperating with me. Finally got it done though. A little stubby cute tassel with a little chipboard dangle that says "Today's Perfect." So I'm going to try to go through it pretty quickly, but I do want to show you what I've done here. I've just used some scrapbook paper on the inside cover that I got from Vicki. Thanks, Vicki, for those 12x12s that you didn't want anymore. You called it your ugly paper, but I like to recycle and turn it into something beautiful. And I used this gray wallpaper, so the gray went perfect. These little sepia butterfly snippets, these are Digital Collage Club butterflies. And then I've made a text box here in the front, but I have some of these for sale and handmade by Lindsay as well. I've used pages, digital pages from a bunch of different places, so I'll try to mention some in case you're looking for some new places. So this is one of my pages from Modern Maiden Image Club. You probably are familiar with my vintage image club, but I have a more modern image club, and I add about 10 new images a week, pages, journal cards, labels, tags, and they're all brighter. None of them are vintage. So this is one of them. This is a yellow flowers one. It has the yellow lace all the way around it and these beautiful linen background with these flowers. That's one of them. But it's a one-time fee. It's currently still only $15 to join, and you get everything forever that I put in there. So this is one of the journal pages, and I put a lot of happy mail pieces in here. So I have a little die cut, and then this is a little happy mail piece that I put on there. This is my William Morris wallpaper paper pack. You can get that in my shop. This is one of Joanne's tags, and then I made a little tag here. I fussy cut this little vintage bird, and then this is one of Paulette's. This was from her June club, I think. Either that or was freebies from her group, but the TLC Creates Vintage. I used my Brother Scan and Cut that I got from Vicky. She sold it to me, and I used that to cut it out, and so I got that really great little edge there. Little wallpaper page. Happy Mail snippets. I've done stenciling in here. I bought this paper pack on Etsy to fit with this, and this is from Far Mirage on Etsy. And so I have several of those papers in here. I have a Happy Mail ribbon and a Happy Mail dangle, so lots of Happy Mail goodies. This is my Armitage Flowers paper pack. I'm a cool mom. Got coffee dyed paper. This was Happy Mail. This is from a vintage bird book. And then Happy Mail. My mother-in-law makes beaded things, so this is one of her beaded safety pins. I've just added some string behind it, but she has a section in my shop you can check out as well. And then Graphics Fairy paper. I think this was a Joanne. I think that was from Joanne. Little piece of stationery, Happy Mail, I think this is Victoria Designs. I could be wrong on that though. I glued down this vintage bingo card. This is from Limberlost paper pack. That's mine. This was a freebie page in my group. This was a little, I think this was from Joanne. Little Joanne flip. William Morris, Victoria Designs, and these are my branch label tickets. Those in my shop. Vintage bird book image that I backed on some cardstock and then some paper. Scrapbook paper I got from Vicky. Some more of that ugly paper she destashed to me. My Floral Cottage playing cards. I don't know if I have any of these. I think I have some of these left in my shop. I have some playing cards left in Lindsay's Supplies, so you can check to see. Postage stamp. That's a real postage stamp there. Beautiful butterfly on it. Vintage bird book page, Armitage Flowers, Happy Mail ribbon, and one of my little wooden bird buttons. I used to sell those in my shop. I should probably get some more and restock them. I have a gorgeous background here. I don't even remember where that was from. I think it might be, I don't remember. I'm not even going to try. I put coffee dyed paper in a vintage hummingbird from a book. Here's a Far Mirage. Armitage Flowers. This one's mine. I stamped a butterfly and then colored with purple colored pencil to highlight the wings and pull the purple from this page. These are stickers from that antiquarian sticker book that's been going around everywhere. I ordered it on Amazon. I made a vintage pocket. This is from a vintage 1950s book that I've coffee dyed. I've stitched and glued it on here. I believe I have some of these pages left in Lindsay's Supplies. They're not cut down to pockets. You could cut them down to pockets, but they're beautiful patina. And then some little Happy Mail tags that I put on a bulb pin here. A Happy Mail journal card that I added a pink button on, and then just a cut apart from like one of the 12 by 12 paper packs. Let your dream blossom. Armitage Flowers and Vintage Birds. Far Mirage. And then I've just glued down, this is from a book on feeding and caring for canaries, and I got this from Angela in some Happy Mail. And then this I think is Kelly's, from Kelly Watson. I think it was from one of her packs. Armitage Flowers, and then I've made a little snippet, some of that bird fabric, vintage bird book page, Project Life card, vintage bird book page image that I backed with coffee dyed paper. This is William Morris paper from my shop. And then some more ugly paper I got. She calls it ugly. Ugly paper I got from Vicky. And a little stamped coffee dyed tag. Embossed pocket. That's also from that 1960s bird book, and it's just backed with some cardstock. A little pansy seed packet that has seeds in it. A little flash card that I stamped a bird on. Some washi tape down the side there. Beautiful stamp there. This is a Stampin' Up! Stamp that I got. I think I bought this used, like an online yard sale type thing. Armitage flowers, Farmerage. There's some stenciling and stamping. Another book page, vintage book page bird, wallpaper, little corner up there, Happy Mail ticket. Second signature, this is TLC Creates Vintage, one of her pages, vintage birds. This is one of my paper packs. I think this is called Something Blue. Something Blue. This is a little cardstock, washi tape, Happy Mail stamped tickets, vintage bird, and then that flips up and it is stenciled on the back. It's nice to be able to explain everything in a journal. When I go through all of the journals I sell, I don't know everybody's rhyme and reason behind everything, and I'm usually showing a lot of journals. So when I make a journal, I can tell you why I did what I did or where I got everything, which is kind of nice. This is my Ancient Textiles. Got some Tim Holtz there. Vintage bird. This is also from Modern Maiden Image Club. It's one of my ink saver pages I have on there. It only prints this. This is all white on the background, so it saves ink. Got more Something Blue with a little heart there. And then this is from a 1950s book, Love Song Rose. This is from a book on roses, and I made a little pocket, a little library card from Calico Collage, and a little vintage bird pocket, wallpaper page. Made a little tag, vintage bird book page. This is Graphics Fairy, The Birds of Hope Are Everywhere. Listen to them sing. Happy Mail lace cluster. This was a freebie on my Facebook group that I made. You can join my Facebook group, Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals and Friends. I add freebies and lots of information over there. This is also from Something Blue, vintage bird, Graphics Fairy, Happy Mail ticket. This is my brightly inked stationery pack. This one says From the Desk of a Crafter. And then I have some ephemera in a vintage bird, coffee dyed paper. Used my scan and cut to cut out some little butterflies from a scrapbook page, so I added those. Farmerage. This is my Limberlost paper pack, little vintage bird down there. Farmerage, stamping, a little cluster I made. Little vintage bird page that I stitched around, and then From the Desk of a Friend, Calico Collage, not Calico Collage, Graphics Fairy, Happy Mail doily, vintage bird book page, vintage coffee dye tag. This is from Vintage Image Club. You can join that over in my huge sale section. So Vintage Image Club and Modern Maiden Image Club are over there in the huge sale section of my website. Happy Mail ticket. This is from Modern Maiden, one of the ink saver pages. Stamping, little die cut. This is a vintage wildflower book page that I turned into a little envelope. Tucked it in there so you can use it. This is from a book on wild birds and their songs. This is My Porch Prince, and I've just added Tim Holtz word. This is from my What He Wore, it says Gentleman's Fine Furnishings, What He Wore kit, and then I put a sticker on there. This is Graphics Fairy. This is my Frosted Florals paper pack, vintage bird book page. This is just, I think this is from Pixel Scrapper. It's just a blue graph paper that I like to use as a background. Armitage flowers, a Happy Mail label that I just added some faux marker stitching to, and a Tim Holtz word. This is a Joanne tuck spot here. I've just done a little stamping on it and added this flower. This was Happy Mail. Vintage book page, Farmerage. This is a 1934 page about trees. I just ripped off a bottom of a page to make a pocket. Vintage bird. This is from an Etsy shop. I don't remember exactly what it's called. This is Limberlost, one of my pages there. Happy Mail flip. I've made a little cluster there. Vintage book page with some sari silk. Graphics Fairy paper. Limberlost paper. Hummingbird stickers. A little bag. Joanne sells these in her section, Joanne Supplies, on my website, so you can get some of these. I love to add these. This is Farmerage. This is Limberlost, another little bag you can tuck things in. Farmerage, the other side of the bag. Little vintage bird there. Tim Holtz person. Some stamping. And then a lace pocket with some vintage birds from a book. Farmerage. I've inked up this tag, and then this is a little collector's card that has a parrot on it. Don't remember. This might be Digital Collage Club. Had some extras left over. Washi tape, Armitage flowers, vintage birds, some paper, book pages, a little cluster I made with a coin envelope, and then a wallpaper circle I got from Joanne that I signed, and then this is from a book page that I just glued on there. So I know I went into a lot of detailed depth, but I know you like all the info sometimes, and since I was only showing one journal and I knew everything about it, I could show that. So this is for sale in Lindsay's Handmade if you're interested. That's all I have for today. Normally I don't do 2 videos like this back to back, but it's just that kind of a week. Thank you for putting up with me and for sharing your inspiration, allowing me to share a bit of mine. I have a pile of stuff over here. Maybe I will move this so I can show you briefly. Got a whole bunch of stuff over here that we're showing tomorrow, so make sure you're subscribed. You give this video a thumbs up, and there will be lots of new goodies tomorrow for you to see. Thank you so much for watching.